There you go. There you go. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So, also, what HP are you in? Also, welcome to Session 35. Constantine.
I think 130.
130. Give me a second. 30. And level 9 Bard. So,
Finally.
so, with that being said and done, I have a simple question. Same question I ask every single week. Are you ready to begin?
Hell yeah.
Let's have fun.
No hell. I mean, the bad hell.
And must have forgotten everything that transpired, hasn't it? Anyway, so last that really transpired, not so much, except you all slept, dreamt of places where Theo dreamt of a giant draconic skeleton and made a pact that now has basically invisible to all of you but visible to her familiar. And of course for this you asked Constantine if you could get some more power, and I guess Constantine used the wish spell. The spell worked, sucked Vess in somewhere in the Feywild, where he met an interesting little elf, powerful elf, that had a bit of a conversation, asked a few things, and then made the pact with the elf, saying that whatever you need to do, you will get the power for it, but once it's over, you will have to serve 2 centuries in the Feywilds, which Vess gladly accepted, and then ate the stick.
The stick.
Yeah, a simple, modest stick that turned Vess into something more. An abomination of roots, leaves, and greens, while within, yes, the remains, or whatever she is, lies now a primordial creature, ready to be unleashed. And then Vess came back. This time, no longer a regular humanoid, well, still humanoid, but no longer of flesh and blood, but more of roots and emerald scales. And technically, that's where we left off. As you're literally in a inn that you just got yourself to rest, even though it has been for the past like 3-4 sessions less than 3 hours. So,
Hey.
what everybody like to do?
We slept midday, so it's fine.
Not for an hour.
Yeah. A midday rest. Like a old grandma.
It's not even midday
Grandpa.
yet, that's the best part. What would everybody like to do?
Well, that just happened, so let's think. I'm guessing Vess is just, acclimating to her new form.
Yeah, and we talked about a bit about that last session, I think. I remember something. You explained what happened. No, did you do that?
Excuse me?
Did you explain what happened?
Oh, you're asking Vess. Do you know what happened?
No, in out of character. Did you explain?
Well, I know what happened, Jess. Vess got a major buff.
Never mind me then. Then I will ask Incator. What happened?
Power. A lot of it. A new existence. All to defeat an enemy. And then a new goal lies ahead. And I smell prey.
Can you roll me a perception check with advantage?
Why are you green?
Who, me? What are you
Yes.
asking?
Yes, you.
Okay, there we go. And I have it. Let's see, perception. Um, 19 plus 11, that's 31. No, wait, that's 30 exactly. Never mind, not 31, 30 exact.
All of a sudden, Ares, while we ask why is he green, or he's green, Vess's eyes also just glow in the emerald sheen. Somewhere within your chest, somewhere within your core, Vess, you feel almost an inhale of the air around you, like to the capacity of your lungs that you never felt before. And as you take this deep breath, you feel your consciousness fall through the ground into the earth and then just travel through the world somewhere far north until eventually you take a deep breath out and you can feel it somewhere up in the north, somewhere in the treacherous mountainous terrain. There is a cult that worship God, Spider God. But the god is feeble and weak, always of deception and treachery, never with primal might and prowess. You sense prey as all of a sudden you come back to your self.
Then Vess slowly turns her head towards Ares, looming over him.
It is what it is. I sense it now. A prey close by, north. A pathetic god who deceives its followers.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we can do something about that later. Would it be alright if we visit the temple first?
Vess just nods. Of course.
I didn't obtain this power to simply abandon you. We have a fight to go to soon. A tree to visit. Yes. We shall go to the temple.
Seems like Vess is still getting a bit to grips with her new self.
Yeah, and Ares just looks a bit confused. He's looking for Constantine. Looking around.
You don't see him around, but you know how this works by now. You could probably call for him.
Yeah. No, he has grabbed the amulet and has some feelings of doubt about Constantine.
How clear are these feelings of doubt?
They are, yeah, you can feel them. Like he feels a bit weird that the two of them went out and Vess came back green. That's a weird thing.
It is weird. What happened to Vez cannot be considered normal. I think, I mean, this might be an overreach, but I think we can confirm, looks to everybody in the group, that this is not a normal circumstance. People don't randomly teleport and become gods. It's not usually how things work. Not at least where you grew up.
Yeah.
This is...
So he throws a confused glance towards Theo and Link. Shall we go? Right, let's go. And then he just walks out the door. Thinking too hard. Thinking is too difficult.
God.
To the temple.
The temple. So, question. How are you gonna... Remember yourself, you're in Cradle of Boros.
Yep.
You are up in the mountain that is connected by roots to other mountains. There is no immediate way down. There is not like exit downstairs. So how would you try to, first of all, get down? Because...
Sorry.
Let's see. Well, I can do some stuff here. Let's see. Attack on animals. I could polymorph someone who wants to be polymorphed into an eagle.
She's just declining it. Seems she already knows a way herself to get to her location. With her view.
You're gonna just go down.
Oh yeah, because she knows her power stuff. But I'm gonna question: is that spell that I got? Can other people travel with me? Oh, because it doesn't
Yes,
say.
it is.
Oh.
Yes, it is literally the druid spell.
Okay.
You should give me a second. I'm gonna find you the. I'll give you the.
I can take us there too.
It's this
can?
spell.
Okay, now everyone knows what I have.
Oh God. No, I've been replaced. You.
Oh no, I've been replaced! Yes, you have been replaced!
Yeah, and I'm interested in going to the Temple of Fire, that we heard about this day.
So, can I use that to take us all to the Temple of Fire?
Well, the thing is, you don't know where it is.
Oh, right.
Never been before there.
No, we only know that it is, let's see, cardinal directions. Was it south?
The southwest.
Rexus, do I know where the temple is?
No.
Nah,
You-
not
you-
interesting
you-
enough.
No, you tried. You don't. You
Did
just,
I?
yeah, you
I
did.
was-
You did last session, but you basically like.
Oh, I thought I wasn't with the group when that happened.
What do you mean? It's between that roll that you did 2 weeks ago and now it's been less than 10 minutes.
No, I just didn't know I actually ended up rolling for that. I didn't know I was with the
Oh,
group when they were looking for that. I was with
No,
the,
you told
already-
you regrouped back at the inn, went up, and then you asked what are we gonna do, and Ares said about the temple. Then you rolled a history check trying to figure out if you knew what it is, if it's something special, and where it is.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And all you basically figure out it's there's a lot of fucking temples. This one is apparently might be one of the oldest when it comes to the fire, and you don't really much care for anything else about it.
Yeah, I've only heard that it's south down the valley. So,
So we just need to get down.
I could, we could fly there. Does Theo want to turn into a bird?
I don't think.
Or Lenk might be bird form.
Bird form. I mean, you do have. Wait, who has Featherfall here? I forget.
I had Fatterfall.
Did.
Well, before we travel anywhere, we'll be just saying this out of character. Before we travel anywhere, I would highly recommend someone just find it first.
Yeah. How about we get directions to it with a map?
I mean, we have directions. It's south, down the valley.
That's not fair.
You basically look over tens of miles of distance southwards, and you see nothing that would be as what you describe. It is literally semi-desolate marshes, you know.
Yeah, bro, I'm looking that direction right now. Got true sight activated, nothing. Mate, I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna be... I
Oh,
can
nice.
siege you into another plane of existence, and right now I'm telling you, man, no fire temple. I don't know where you...
You aren't looking hard enough. You need to feel what is.
You heard this.
Feel its key. No,
Just travel and where it's warmer.
the actual
trying,
physical
dude.
plane. Or here's a stellar idea. You could ask the bartender. I know. Risky play here.
Sure, I go down to the bar.
Well, there is a very familiar gnome fella who just basically lazily looks over the counter at passerbys if anything is interested, and of course spots you immediately as you approach and just says, "So, finally change your mind?"
You know, do you know where the Temple of Fire is?
Just
Side south?
give me a second.
Let's see if we know.
I like how Eris is literally just a child. Just like, you know that fucking meme where an anime girl just approaches over the counter, places a bunch of stuff, one something please. It's basically Ares, just small Ares. Direction to the fire temple, please.
One fire temple, please.
Yeah. Let me
If-
see. Let's see if he knows anything. Oh my
Oh,
god.
he does. I was about to ask if I can help him. Do some ominous chanting in his head.
No.
No, but no need. No need. The man's built. He knows what he's talking about.
No one thinks about it. Strokes his chin a bit. Nods. I know where it is. I had plenty of their acolytes wander by throughout the years. If you need directions, I guess I can give you for a price. And he looks at you dead in the eyes, Ares, and goes, 2 gold pieces.
How about some berries?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, here we go. So,
Oh, I love it.
okay, go ahead. What does the
I
gnome
want
say
to see.
to
Like,
berries?
to be clear, I have 2 gold to give this guy, but I want to see his reaction to that statement.
Really a
This
persuasion
is
check.
hilarious.
You know, I'm a persuasion check.
Let's see, persuasion, that's plus 6. Five.
Oh, you, that one.
You literally pull out like few 4 out of like your rope, and one of them, you don't know if something is wrong with the berry or just the heat or something. It just pops, and the berry juice just splat on the gnome's forehead and just kind of. He immediately steps away, wipes it off, looks angry at you, says, "Okay, this time 3 gold pieces."
Okay. Well, this is gonna approach the counter, standing towering behind Ares, and looks at him.
That's
So-
weird. This should be magical.
So, Fess is looking down at him and just gives this tone. How
much was it again?
a
3
little
gold
bit intimidating. She's looking a bit intimidating at him.
Pieces. You wanna roll intimidation?
Yes, yes, I do. She noticed that he bumped up the price. That's not nice. So, he's gonna... Not 20. He is scared.
The duality of the dice.
Hey, Farron, remember what you did when a natural 20 intimidation on the older man or lady? Remember?
You cut off me. I'm gonna be
Okay,
legit.
remember, Farron, when you flew and you did a natural 20 intimidation?
He flew natural.
You basically look at the gnome, all of a sudden stricken with fear. His lips become incredibly dry, his skin becomes paler, as you feel him shaking a bit on the knees as he tries to take a step back, start to murmur something until
Like
he
it's a
holds,
hand-
until he grabs his chest and just collapses.
Oh no, can I try to grab him so he doesn't fall?
My dude, he had a heart attack. He's dead.
So
By the way, I'm watching on through this. I know this guy's just dropped dead, right?
yeah, he's fucking dead. like he's not like, oh, like take him back. No, he just became lifeless and just roll me a sleight of hand check, Ares.
Should I roll medicine to see if he's alive?
The sleight of hand check. Because mind
Okay.
you kind of killed an inn owner in front of a handful of patrons in the middle of a very big city.
Did I?
Oh no! You basically reach out for the guy before he falls, but you miss. As everybody
Oh, no.
hears the thud in the inn, all of a sudden, the few people stand up and just go behind the counter. Let me see their reaction.
Can I also do that? Because I'm worried. Can I also like jump over the counter?
Jump over counter. You're gonna jump over the counter?
I mean, he's collapsed, so something's wrong with him, of course.
Can you roll me a performance check? Because you might just be looking like a thief.
Is it performance or acrobatics?
Performance. Because you're literally like, I don't know how to say this to you. Everybody in the inn just saw you approach, get shadowed by a large individual, and then the barkeep stands, fucking falls to the ground, makes a foot sound, and you immediately jump over the counter. I don't know.
But he was on the other side of the counter, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's okay. So I didn't do anything wrong. Nice.
What do you mean?
I mean, I want to go and check his pulse. He's collapsed. Someone must have a high blood pressure or something.
God. Roll a medical check as all of a sudden, in the place of 6 people, 4 of them immediately petrified, start run off screaming thieves.
Oh, are they? Oh.
My rolls are excellent.
You literally feel that cold flesh on the touch. You don't know how Bess managed to scare the shit out of him so much that he literally lost temperature in a very hot climate. But not only that he is dead, he looks that he has been dead for a while. Also,
Whoa.
thieves.
No.
You got 2 minutes to decide what you want to do before.
Constantine, do you have diamonds? Do you have diamonds?
The panic. There is a tiny pause. Unbeknownst to you, Constantine's laughing his butt off in the sanctitude of his library right now, watching this go down like a bad TV drama.
Constantine, can you do something?
Before, like he kind of like he like controls himself and then like pumps on the walkie-talkie.
Pumps on the walkie-talkie.
And he's like, there's a debate moment where he's like, I could let this go on. This could turn into an entire mess. This would be hilarious. But
no.
then he kind of like, he realizes I'm kind of getting paid to keep him out of trouble. And you don't get a response, a verbal one, as you reach for the necklace to kind of like, as you kind of go to talk to him, and instead of grabbing the necklace, you grab a diamond. Well, not diamond, a small bag of diamond dust.
Good.
And I suppose that answers your question.
That's 300 GP. I cast Revivify on him. Wait, I don't have Revivify.
You don't have...
That's the wrong spell. I have Raised Dead spell.
That's not good.
That's zombies.
Wait, is it?
Oh,
No.
Ares.
Raised Dead is not zombie spell. You turn the creature back to life.
okay, that's just a terribly named spell.
Yeah.
It is.
500 GP worth of diamonds. Diamonds dust.
It's 1 hour.
It's 1 hour. Yeah.
And I start casting. This is gonna be the most awkward casting of your life.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
But that's what I'm doing.
Oh my god.
So while he's doing this, question, perception check. Any shinies?
What do you
Oh
mean?
my god.
Perception check, why not?
Constantine would be really pleased with releasing the new Vest upon the world.
Oh man.
Let's see.
Within 10 minutes, Vest just killed someone. In her new form. An accident.
Guys,
This is gonna be hilarious.
I know you don't know, but Constantine's very proud of you.
Yeah.
25 on perception check.
25%.
We all have coughing now.
Yeah, man, no, shut up. Just, you couldn't pay, you literally have a millionaire who couldn't pay 3 gold, you cause up. Oh.
So yeah, as you guys like have dropped this guy dead and start ritual casting, everyone just like looks like not Evan, sorry, bad habit. Constantine's just glares through Ares' eyes during this entire scene in slow motion with the true sight and all, just looking for, seeing if there's something to actually steal. Not that they're here anyways.
Okay. Oh man, I'm sorry, I just didn't expect this. So
Nor did I.
quickly, yeah. So you basically, Jesus fucking Christ, I can't. I'm sorry, but okay. So basically, you, Constantine, do find that there's a handful of satchels that have been left behind by the guests, patrons who basically ran off in the hurry. Basically mundane stuff, nothing of interest except for one of it that has a semi-decent pouch of gold. You can eye that it's probably like 30, 40 p.
So yeah, unbeknownst to everyone else in the room, a tiny magical hand poofs into existence. As it undetectedly glides over to the small bag, and it takes. How much did the man said it was gonna cost?
500.
Three
Gold.
3 gold.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and then it's just suddenly, out of pure spite, this gold, no matter how much this man has, is absolutely meaningless to him. But out of pure spite, just takes 1, 2, 3 gold, and then the hand vanishes with the gold inside of it.
Oh dear.
Okay.
In the meantime, Vest just looked at what she did and
Yeah, you killed
She knows
someone,
what's- oops,
an innocent
but she's not
citizen.
gonna admit that she did oops. So she just turns around and just, shields Ares.
I would look like a thief 101. Look not guilty for murder.
Oh my god.
We want to unmurder the person.
So yeah, do any authorities show up, Araxis, in the
Yes.
hour-long
No,
casting?
no, it doesn't take an hour. It doesn't even fucking take like less than a minute. All of a sudden, several well-armed guards, mounting large shields and spears, essentially basically run in front of the inn that is like, how do I say this? One like wall is missing. Essentially, you can easily walk in, and there's about 10 of them just sporadically ran one after another, and they all have their spears pointing at you until one of them kind of takes a step forward and says, "Halt! Identify yourselves." They stare at you, seeing as you're the only person there while Ares is behind the counter.
Random flickers of magic behind the bar.
Let's just looks at them.
I am known as Vess.
Just chill. Doesn't seem to be scared or anything or worried.
Mm-hmm. The man that essentially spoke to you continues. All right, Vess kind of eyes you a bit, trying to see, what are you?
Oh, he asking her directly.
No. He just kind of sees, what are you, and then seems to be paused for a moment. He points his spear at you, then points the counter. Get away from the counter. Where is the innkeeper?
He's currently being treated by my friend.
You didn't really
And that's just-
persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay, let's see how good that charisma's paying off. 15.
Can you also roll an intimidation check?
Do you want me to kill him as well?
Gets it at 20, murders this guy. Oh, actually, no, this is hilarious. I'm gonna help him.
Oh no.
You gotta help.
Don't help with intimidation.
I know you
Fine.
don't want help. I'm making this as subtle as possible. You're not gonna know I helped you. You're gonna look terrified. There's gonna be like a dark, like, since like Ares can't see you, right?
Yeah.
He's behind a counter, and Vess can't see behind Vess, right? So just like a dark aura appears behind Vess. So I'm gonna help. Vess, can you please roll with advantage?
Is that an advantage, Araxis?
Yeah, you can roll advantage.
I typed in the wrong command, so.
1 second.
9 plus 7 equals 16.
Alright, so that is a 34 on that intimidation.
No, it's 7 plus 6. It's a 16, and plus 15 is a 31.
Oh, okay, you didn't autocorrect that, sorry. Hold on a moment, I need to double check something here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay, 31.
So, basically, all the guards all of a sudden freeze, but not fall over. They seem slowly but surely kind of realize what you are. Just this monstrosity, if you will, right? Those are folk, yes, but something different, something grows stronger, and you can feel that they're all start to cower and dread until the one that spoke to you finally speaks, and everybody jitters as more guards show up, slowly but surely. I see. It's then very casually walks past you towards the counter, eyes locking at you as he has like this half helmet basically covering everything except his eyes, mouth, and nose. But you can see that there is. He looks like he ran a marathon. He seems to be stricken with fear, seemingly staring at you as like a boogeyman. As he walks by you and just looks down at Ares behind the counter.
Yeah.
Looks at you.
It gives me like a tired smile as like as magic envelops the gnome from his ritual.
He seems to eye you for a second. Looks at you, looks at the diamond that you possess.
He'll be back soon. I don't know what happened. Maybe he had a heart attack. He fell down and then he continues.
Let me roll something for it. Okay. So he looks at you and just says, "Do you know him?"
He shakes his head, not looking up, just concentrating on the task.
It is incredibly generous to use such a expensive material on a stranger.
But he collapsed in front of me. I couldn't do nothing.
All of a sudden, there is just this one guard from outside the crowd of people. It just says, "Maroon!" The guard next to you, Air, stands up, looks back at the rest of the group, basically at the start of the inn. "It's fine. No thieving has occurred, just..." Kind of looks down at you, Ares. "Just a soul pass, but it's getting resuscitated." Some guards immediately who just first ran in and just heard it, just kind of nod and just starts walk away, while the original dozen or so still petrified, staring mainly at the guard by Ares. Until Varun, the guard, just yells at them, Back to where you were going. Now, everybody scatters." He looks back at you, Ares. He looks at you, Vess, and then Theo, blank. Just nods his head. "May you have a pleasant day," and just literally walks away. So now you're in possession of an inn, but its owner and sole proprietor dead on the floor. Well, an hour passed because you literally can't do anything for the life of you. What would you like to do? Unless some Ares is like, "Yeah, you know what? Hour a bit too long."
My
Oh, this
evil
is
plot
great.
just ended and now I own the tavern. That's kidding.
Yeah, this is just where he ends it. This is where the campaign ends. We start up a tavern. Let this guy stay dead. No, actually, yeah, that makes it. How big is this tavern?
It is about 60 by 40. It's basically one of those where there's one door that is basically the wall that you can basically close off. From Constantine's perspective, this is like one of those like slightly above average inns. They have
It's cute. It's got an aesthetic.
Yeah, it has a little aesthetic, a desert theme, if you will. It has 6 rooms upstairs. Could fit about 20-30 people. Doesn't seem to have much of a kitchen, but has this metallic machine that does produce coffee, which is quite expensive.
Okay.
Kind of
Actually, have I seen one of these before?
Yes, you have. Actually, you don't need to roll a history check. Coffee machines are basically a modernized way of making coffee that has been basically I guess, pioneered less than a decade ago, but it's in the East, in the Coalition territory, where, technology expands quite fast while the Empire stays at its old ways. So it's kind of surprising to see, one of the contraptions that you would assume would be, east and not so far west, basically opposite sides of the world. But there you have it. You have a coffee machine that is probably like,
Yep.
yeah.
And you know, do I want to? Nah, I'm not gonna cause too much more trouble. I've had my fun for the
Just
moment.
gonna take the coffee machine.
Yeah, I like, like Constantine. Constantine appears for a short bit, and makes himself some coffee. Just casually, like while you guys are both there.
Yeah,
just...
the coffee machine is working. You basically grab a cup, and you basically just unhinge one cork and pull one lever, and this rupturing sound as a cup of black coffee spills into the cup.
Fascinating. He kind of pokes it. Oh. And then he kind of vanishes.
He vanished. The cup just fucking breaks on the floor.
Oh, goodness. And unless there's more interruptions, I guess the hour just passes. Unless I see something worth messing with, but...
I think Vess will just be using that time to, shadow box, feel the weight
work on
of
your
the
resting
weapons,
bitch face.
just, get used to the new form because she just accidentally killed someone with a glare, so probably be a good idea to get used to your new body.
Okay, sure. They essentially inhabit the inn for just inhabit the inn. It's all for an hour the inn is yours.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And then
Congratulations.
your arc begins, and after an hour you
Actually, wait, hold up. If the inn is ours, I'm gonna be the absolute random bastard, and since there's no security up here, no one dares enter the bar, I'm just gonna peek into every room subtly.
Oh god. Okay.
Just see what's going on.
One room that you realize is probably the owners, the gnomes, right? The neat little bed, a handful of books, a handful of letters that are basically written but not sent. They're not packaged or anything. And they seem to be exchanged letters between the gnome and what seems to be its children. What you can glance from basically the vagueness, as they seem to just have simple communication between each other. Nothing, no juicy bits, but basically hey, how you doing? I hope you're doing fine, TLDR. One of them is in the Platinum Seas.
Ooh.
Yes. But besides the gnome is pretty fucking tidy. Nothing wrong out of it. The 6 rooms, one of them was of course yours, so there's that. 2 of them were empty. 2 of them looked like they'd been lived in, doors locked, but just basically messy beds, pushed around furniture, nothing too serious. And the 6th room seems to be extremely lived in. It looks like somebody has lived here for weeks or months, as there is... Can you roll a perception check on that room?
Sure. You know what? Do I want to bullshit this?
Bullshit.
No, we'll just. I just realized that last session I gave myself true sight because I decided. And I was debating, do I just want to give myself X-ray vision next? Just to make it no, we'll hold back for now. We'll have some fun here. Perception. All right, yeah, I can do that. All right, 21.
21. um, it's like a lot. Like you, give me a second. Why my microphone not picking up? Okay, it seems like it's a lot. Like a lot. Like there's over 70 books, 80, like a shit ton of clothing that would befit someone that would live in like a actual house, much less just a single room. Um, personal belongings, and you do have just an hour. What you can basically scrap together by just staring and looking over everything is that this room belongs to someone who tries to learn sorcery or the ways of the arcane, but seemingly pursuing something particular in the terms of romance. As there are a lot of homes tucked away in more inconspicuous places about raising the dead, animals, spirits.
Ooh, can I do an Arcana check?
Sure.
This is because with people looking for power, there's people willing to sell their soul for it. that's
go.
my 24.
Before.
24.
This is you ponder for a bit, and you kind of get this realization from the gnome's room in this room. This might have been, or is, one of the children's, one of the child's. This is probably someone in possession of someone who is part of the plans. Because a lot of the books you can clearly distinct because they're very well maintained, while the poems itself speak of terms, events, and things that transpired centuries ago. This is probably taken from one of many Plamsee's libraries. It essentially placed here as like a need to read or maybe something else. You can get that this is a female by the clothes. Basically a lot of notes and experimentations, mainly theoretical, not practical, on ways of necromancy. But this thing seems to be wanting to not resurrect something, but commune with something. And you can see by scraps of paper, seemingly not the meat of the issue, but more like afterthoughts of this problem. Regular spells, the ones that you know how to use, seem to be ineffective. What it's trying to get, for what reason, you have no clue, but...
Ooh, and is this like the work of an amateur, someone who's like mediocre, or is this like a qualified individual? Like, can I gauge the quality of their work with like a 24 on there?
24, okay. Roll me a history check.
Yes, I can.
Or insight. Better yet, insight. That's what I was looking for.
Damn it.
Yeah, give me an insight.
Man, you know I love my history checks. Fair enough though. Alright. I was close to, almost pressed enter, almost got away with it.
Oh my god. Divine Intervention 28. You look at it and you ponder, and then you came to this realization. This definitely belongs to the child of the innkeeper. You could see essentially the same paper that was used downstairs. And if you're not mistaken, the Plamsees basically mainly live in the flying cities that they made over a millennia ago, and basically did that. Some people sometimes get a chance to essentially train and learn and basically become part of the Plamsees, even though they're, from the Empire. So you assume that the father leaves letters for whenever her daughter reappears in this room for her to read, and then she maybe writes back a response. Alternatively to the actual matter at hand of what you're trying to get, definitely not an amateur. Somebody who very well, by the way it looks, it's not even like a place of study. It's more like a storage room of all the stuff. Can you gauge? Let me think about it.
It's a 28, man.
Yeah, I know, no. You'd assume that it is definitely an expert in its field. Probably necromancy, or maybe it's a field that she has taken incredible interest very recently, or just recently. Nevertheless, not an amateur. Expert, definitely, maybe even better. Because the Flamseas eventually learned several different schools of magic. So necromancy could be her first, or could be second or third. You don't know.
You know, looking out all these papers, does the work look like it came to a conclusion, or is this person still hungering for the answer?
Seems to be waiting for the next. So.
This is looking through the notes. I can find the name, right, of the nice little girl who's been working so ever hard.
You can find only one name. And it's literally through the black, through several tomes that are basically from literally the libraries of the Flamseas that are basically identified that the book has been taken. Like the book's copy's been taken.
Oh, it's like like a library card.
Almost, but it's like almost like magically imprinted on the first page of the book to whom this copy belongs, etc. And there is only Anna B. Like as in Anna B and dot. Last name is unknown. Can you roll me a history check? Just a straight history check. Because I know you're gonna use advantage. But it would be with disadvantage, a straight roll.
Okay, straight history roll.
Oh no.
The nat 20 with a 38
I wanna imagine that you took a cigarette and it lighted up and just looked at the Anna V for a bit, and then all of a sudden you realize and the cigarette just drops out of your lips. Anna B. Or Anna Lieka. Yes, is a child of Mystra.
Oh no!
One of the youngest of the child, taken into full custody of the Flamseas at age 12. You know that she is probably one of, out of everyone, she is probably the most strictest, how do I say this? Most strictest, most, adamant, and most stubborn of children.
I was about to send her a scam email. I'm not even gonna.
It's literally scanning a scam email to FBI.
Oh, am I glad I got that history check? That changes how I handle things immensely.
Give me a second. Yeah. Man. So, Um,
Um,
yeah,
goodness.
yeah. So basically, this child, the Mystra, is one of the youngest. Has mastered at least 5 schools of magic out of 9. Uh, you think you believe that you are out of her league unless you can get a drop. But if the drop fails, you're so fucking
Oh, you
dead.
okay? So you mean the opposite? Is that yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Basically, it's something you shouldn't try at all. Because the biopsies, if they feel outnumbered, they will escalate the numbers significant.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
uh,
Go on.
is it
Hmm.
is it is it her father that lays dead downstairs? You really have no clue, because the heritage of each child is basically essentially is unknown. Um, Whatever the case is, you're very glad that the place is not surrounded by a bunch of people from the planet seas.
Yeah, there's like an active, like he reads it, right? There's like an active sweat that goes down his brow after he recognizes the name.
eh,
And then though, nonetheless, this is a unique situation.
hmm?
One that you would not find, and as powerful as the children of Mystra are, they are still locked bound by the mortal limitations of the wish spell. To my understanding, right?
Uh,
Do they
Uh-oh.
have a bullshit wish magic? That's my question.
all magic, especially the high magic, is detected by Mystra. You have no clue, no matter how much you would roll, if they have the wish bushel tree as you do or not. But your natural instinct is, yeah, they probably have that.
Yeah, Constantine's now the door is closed over, and he wants to do something, and he's kind of, man, you know, man.
Don't let the take Pete apart now.
You know
Gotta
how
get lucky out of
twisted it
stupid.
seems? Like when there's a demon on Constantine's shoulder saying not to do something, and goodness. Since I have an hour to do this, I am gonna clarify real quick. Like looking at her last name,
Yeah,
knowing what I do, is she a dwarf?
he's a gnome.
She's a oh wait, is the guy down there a gnome or a dwarf?
Yes. No.
He's a gnome. I think back. Do I have a mental image of this character in my head?
Uh, Man.
Is that another history check?
No. Man. Like you see potentially you know how the daughter, she is basically, she's in her 20s now. She has short blonde hair. Has quite a bit of temperament, green hair, while the dwarf downstairs had just charcoal black hair, but ashy and grayish because he's old. Um, Technically, you don't know what the mother is, so it's 50-50.
It's 50. I feel like it could be, it might not be. This could be like a distant cousin. Like, there's a chance. I like. I'm. I. Man, do I want to play with fire? Man, do I want to play with fire?
You already have vest for that.
Oh no.
You say that, but I'm gonna be honest here. You against Child of Mystra, depending on the level of Child of Mystra we're talking about, it's a pretty one-sided battle, and it ain't in your favor.
Yeah. Mystra is basically like, what if Wizard just had action surge like fighters have?
Yeah, okay, so you know how you were blessed by the druid gods? They're blessed by the magic gods.
Yeah.
and wizards are already cracked. With that said, you know, I have a question. How often do I ask the boss man for advice?
How, how often do you ask the boss man? Nice.
Boss man. Yeah.
I think you actually never did. Like, actual advice.
I've poked at him a bit, but you know.
You never asked actual, like, insight on specific. Because usually,
Yeah.
most things that happen, you could literally just wish.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's already given me the bullshit figure it out card.
Yeah.
And I kind of, Man, you were so mean for putting this in front of me. This is so good. Man. You know, wait, hold it. This could work. This could work. A question. Araxis, you know, putting, the YouTube videos, right? You know, the ultimate battle where you put two separate characters together and they fight off, and
Yeah.
If we put Vess against the Child of Mystra, who do you think would win? This one's one of the younger ones, so we'll go with that bias.
It's pretty simple, actually. Well, technically, don't know what Vess is at the moment, though. But basically, Childs of Mystra, basically, their magic, their affinity is basically unimaginable. Even the greatest archmagi that can live at the moment, pale in comparison. Vess and this entire place could just be swarmed by meteor swarms every few seconds for several minutes. Not to mention, if one would be in trouble, she has more than one way to commune with other brothers and sisters of Mystra, and they all gonna pull up.
You know, because we recently came into an interesting problem, right? Where I wanted, right? Vess, I was hoping he would get to, like, Mythic 3, perfect thing to accidentally die off in one of our adventures, right? And I realized Vess has become far more powerful than I predicted. I kind of outdid myself over here. Now Vess is incredibly powerful, and I don't really have a stopgap for Vess. But now I do have a virtual video of, like, a magical video in my own head right now that I can just conjure up of him murdering one of the Child of Mystra's fathers. I realize this is a really good card to play if I need to remove Vess from the picture. Vess, you get a cough if someone's been thinking and talking about you.
The problem is that I'm in the picture as well.
Oh no, I can see. So I muddle it off in my own head and realize this isn't a problem. This is a solution.
Oh,
Oh dear. As I Alright, 1 second. I need to clarify my level one more time to make sure I actually have this on my spell list. Yes, I actually just got... Okay. Modify Memory is a very fun spell. Because not only can it modify how you remember scenes going off, but it can also perfectly memorize a scene for you. Lock it in there permanently. So if you need it for later scenes, it's great. So I'm just gonna cast Modify Memory on myself. That scene, right? That dramatized scene of Vess walking up to our poor Child of Mystra's father, bless his soul, and scaring him to death. How could he? How could he? The monster. And I'm just gonna keep that recording. Right. And question, do I have a device that can hold something like this?
device? No.
No, alright, we're gonna make one.
What do you
As
mean?
so I'm gonna bullshit some magic over here.
You gotta just use the witch spell.
I could.
You gotta
for a
use the wish
second.
spell.
I could. Nothing's stopping me. Um. Hmm. Yep. As normally I have the power to create some things for short-term things, easy creation, so on like that. But I need some more powerful creation magic for this. It's a complicated device, right? So
To store
yeah,
one's memories?
yeah, to store memory. So we need a complicated device for this. So pluck from the fabric of existence, and I pull out a bullshit wish spell.
You're gonna cast the wish spell.
Yes, and I'm going to create a device in my hands that records and plays back memories that you put onto it. It is a beautiful and delicate design. And in it, I'm gonna leave it in the room. Just gonna leave it in the room. Just gonna leave it in the room. Of just the recording.
Man.
Mm-hmm. And we're question here. Just my own psychological analysis.
No.
No. You're not even gonna let me ask.
You know what would be incredibly fucking stupid to do?
Go on.
Is potentially cast a wish spell, a very high magic level spell.
In her room. That might not be
in her
smart.
room.
Yeah, I might want to take a walk out first.
No, you already did that.
You already did.
Yeah, I'm just saying this as like I'm very curious.
For hindsight's 2020. I was kind of caught up.
Exactly. Let me find a good image of.
All right, I need to get ready to bullshit my way out of this.
I really hope my restriction spell works in time.
Oh boy, no, it's been like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit.
Oh, this is gonna be. I'm very tempted to just use a Lalafell image because this looks like no.
I forgot magic detection with this thing. I should have, that's below me. I got a little excited. It's like, he was like, I know what to do. Cast powerful magic. Wait a minute, this is powerful magic.
Man.
I'm in the room of the Child of Mystra.
Give me a second. I'm just gonna cast. I'm not gonna cast. I'm gonna play this because. Da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum. Done. So.
No, this was not supposed to happen this way. This is gonna be a slow burn, like in a month. Shit. I messed up, boys.
A bit of an understatement, but okay. So, it's just like cast the spell, and plop comes this nice box gilded with gold to safeguard the memory, and you plop it on the table very happily. All of a sudden, the sensation of like your entire bag gets surrendered, as all of a sudden it makes you just stand up, like full height, as you all of a sudden feel what you haven't felt in a very long time is fear. As you look to your left, and you see a gnome about 3 foot tall, hair soaking wet, as she gives you a courteous smile. You don't need to roll anything. You know that you have about several sentences until everything goes very, very sharp.
All right.
As the lady in front of you, you see one thing. You recognize, you can feel the magic sparkle in the room. You can sense the aura. You can sense necrotic, acidic, fire, and lightning about her. You can feel these sparks playing around you on your skin. as as she doesn't have her robes, but you know this is Anna, lady child.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mystra, and she just goes, "Hello."
All right. I'm gonna have to bullshit so hard. Don't mind me.
Quick question. Does Vess notice anything?
No, you do not.
No, if the child of Mystra doesn't want to be noticed by you, you won't notice him.
Okay.
The reason I know she's here is because she wants me to know. There's a moment, a pause, as like he puts it on the desk, and he kind of thinks of all of the excuses and bullshit, and then he kind of turns
Romance
around to face
check.
her properly. Yeah, sure. No longer have time to throw magic at this. Alright, one second. 17.
Ooh.
Hopefully wizards are not very charismatic.
As you put the thing and you just start looking at her, something pale glints in her eyes. And for the first time, if you didn't fear, now you fear now. You seem to have lost connection. You seem out of reach of your amulet.
My home.
Your straying is fading slightly. You feel weak. And what else you realized is she is in your mind. Thoughts.
Oh, that's a no.
Oh yeah.
Question: how hard is it to throw her out?
Intelligence check.
Is that alright? My intelligence is not great. I have a feeling she's going to wham me through this one.
I even think that Vess might have better intelligence than you.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
no,
Vess
for
has
sure.
better
Now.
intelligence than you. Oh god.
Yeah, you're a high god, man. Well, not high. You're low tier. As like, there's a passive resistance, but this is a child of Mystra. They're talented at this. And like, there is a moment of pause, but despite this, Constantine is still an old man, and he's still been terrified before. His face stays firm, though she's wise enough to know he's very concerned and fearful. And he looks over with a polite and well-mannered smile. Oh, good morning.
What are you doing in my room?
Oh, leaving a message. He's smiling. Do you need something? This is not awkward as possible. The most nonchalant possible.
She puts her hands on one or another and seems to just eye her a bit. Why are you in this room with should be locked away? Who gave you the key?
Question, was the door actually locked? Did I
Yes.
bullshit the lock? I bullshitted the lock. Got it.
Oh no, it was easy to find.
Oh yeah, so like, I just found the keys on the desk and wandered up there.
Yeah, you kinda
Yeah,
say-
yeah, alright. Yeah. He thinks for a moment. Oh, the keys were on the desk.
Question. Wisdom saving throw modifier, what is it?
Oh no. I have not lied once throughout this conversation, but I am... Oh no, this is not great. My saving throws are not great. Well, some of them aren't great. Oh yeah, no.
Oh no, I didn't say what's your to roll. I just said what's the modifier.
Huh?
Because she has She has a DC of 40. You're not going through it.
Yeah.
As she just sends her finger towards you, and all of a sudden your muscles spasm and lock up as you slightly
That's
lift off
quite
of the
uncomfortable.
ground.
Does he like? Wait, do I fall up fully?
No, you just lift off from the ground a bit, and now you're essentially just a statue, frozen. Your eyes can flicker, your mouth slightly can move, your lungs.
Yeah,
Breathing
I
is
like
hard.
the force hold kind of situation.
Yeah.
Right?
As she
It's pure
opens the
magical
door
power.
and just walks out, and you're slowly but surely getting tugged beside her. Bess! Down the stairs.
Question:
comes a
Did she
note.
take the device I left? All right, good. We're good, boys.
Bess.
You think it's gonna hit?
The creature, you see a gnome you didn't see walk up, goes down very politely, very nicely, and behind you see Constantine essentially getting pushed midair by something essentially tethered to her as he's following her. He just kind of eyes you and Ares from this awkward angle. She had a smile until she realized there's a dead body on the ground, getting resurrected by Ares. As all of a sudden, the finger releases a bit to a whole hand as she gives a simple squeeze with her hand. Constantine, can you roll a Constitution saving throw?
Man, be careful with the things you're holding. They can be delicate and expensive. Do you know how much this suit cost? I don't think I can pass the con save.
Oh god. Oh man.
You're not this. We're gone.
You take 65 points of bludgeoning damage. As
Guys, you
she-
guys see something that you haven't seen before. Constantine coughs up blood.
Oh yeah, no. You can hear Constantine's body creak like an old chair, and you hear several things snap, and all of a sudden you see just blood coughing out. As the gnome
Quick risk! Careful now!
yeah, as Vess stare at the you stare at the gnome who basically releases a scowl look and looks at again the both of you, Ares and you, Vess, and just kind of calmly pronounces. So who's at fault here?
Oh. Does Vess have any reason to deceive her? Oh, she's Vess.
The question, yeah, I mean, Vess doesn't lie a lot, but then again, she is force choking someone, so I don't know if that sways you in one direction or another.
I just look. Oh, Vess just looks back at her.
That's what's made me. He tried to extort my friend for information, and I gave him a look and fell dead. It appears my looks can kill. I'm not used to this new form yet. I apologize.
I apologize.
Apologize. Oh, that is.
Oh no.
Oh
Good.
no.
Give me a second. This is.
I can see. Vess can clearly see that like, this is someone really powerful, so she's gonna be polite. At this point,
This is,
like, yeah.
this is what it reminded me of. It's this clip. I like to apologize. Can you roll me persuasion?
And I'd like to say I'm sorry, Vis, but I'm kind of incapacitated and cannot help you at the moment.
That's
Good
fine.
luck, my dude.
That is a bit of understatement.
And I'm kind of distracted.
Yeah, yeah. Ares focusing behind the desk, doesn't see the gnome. Force choking. Constantine over here. Meanwhile, Vess is.
I can at most hear voices, but magic requires a lot of focus.
Does quite literally require concentration.
Just
All right,
yeah.
Vess. This is one hell of a. You better use that divine charisma. Because you're gonna need a hell of a lot of it. Because apologizing for murdering someone's father, I'm gonna tell you that's a high DC check right there.
First one. Let's see the reaction first.
You have to roll before you get a
Yeah,
reaction.
persuasion.
Oh, I have to persuade. Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Nobody said a persuasion check because everyone was talking over each other. 24.
Ooh, that's a good roll. You needed a good roll.
Oh boy. Let's see.
Does she like roll an insight? Does
No,
she, like...
no, shut up. I know what she's gonna do now. Oh no. Give me a second. I need to find the music.
I mean,
Give me a second. There you go. Man. Yeah. So. Well, she stares at you. Can you roll an insight check, actually?
sure. Inside. 23.
Yeah. So what she does is essentially stare you down for a few seconds. It feels like it's hours, it's days. You can feel something not as a drill, but more like a pass by wind just hit your mind, scour it for a few seconds. See rage, feel.
Mm-hmm.
You, however, feel the avatar, the primal Fablitude, as well, seemingly up for a challenge against this creature. You have this stalemate for a few seconds until her gaze shifts away from you towards the lifeless body behind the counter. He does not show emotion. But if she could, if she hadn't trained herself to not to, she would cry. But what she does is just gives a huff and then essentially relaxes her hand as Constantine, basically next to her, floating, all of a sudden drops from this stopping gravity and just collapses on the staircase. Constantine, you're fully alive. As
Ooh, ooh. Kind of straightens his tie.
yeah.
That was quite unpleasant.
As you both blink or just stare at the thing, and she disappears. Ares in front of you now. Just one moment there was nothing, and another in front of you you see a gnome, seemingly in front of you by the body, knelt down,
Yeah.
staring.
He almost jumps a bit, but what? Sorry. Please don't interrupt. The ritual is midway through. It doesn't seem to take it too seriously. It's a bit worried to be interrupted.
So what she does is extend 2 fingers towards the forehead of the gnome, that gnome in front of her. And after a few seconds, she retracts her hand and just nods towards you.
It gives the same wry smile back and refocuses.
So, she stands up fully and essentially walks in front of Uvis and just eyes you.
This eyes her back.
So what are
the
you
one-
exactly? Of the Fae I know, but of what kind?
It is recent that this happened, but I know what I am. A name rings in my head. The name Zaras.
She just shrugged, staring back. If you tried to impress me, you failed. But then she kind of points at Constantine.
Constantine does the polite wave.
Why are you barking still with a demon?
A demon?
You see Ves's head slowly turn to Constantine.
Please.
Demon word.
Question, Araxis, technically... Actually, am I technically of the demon race? I know I work for G.
No, but
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you could say you are
So-
affiliate to it.
Sorry.
She
might
might
be
peer
describing my
into your mind and know
personality.
everything you have
She might be
done.
describing my personality.
Yeah.
Please. Like, and by the way, he's pulled out a handkerchief and he's like cleaning up his mouth that's just covered in blood. And he's not doing enough, but he's attempting to clean his face. It's not polite to call people names.
I don't think there's a third. Oh my god.
No what?
I think backtalking is a good idea, but yeah. But yeah, she's just looking at you, Constantine. She's just looking at you, it's like, You do
Oh,
get the
don't
inclination
give
that
me that.
Vess is looking at you inquisitively, waiting for an answer.
She means my personality. He kind of is like with like a half-hearted grin. I'm afraid. And he kind of finishes cleaning his face, and then a handkerchief disappears, and a new fresh one puts in his pocket. Oh, damn it! He pulls out the handkerchief again, starts wiping his face. No, I am. Well, I wouldn't say quite human, but I'm not a demon. You can rest assured. I am. I think I've mentioned this at one point or another. Just a hired contractee of a genie. Nothing more, nothing less.
Vess slowly turns back to the gnome. And then just answers.
He is hired to guide that one.
She points to Ares.
To achieve a journey to a tree. It apparently is meant to defeat demons that invade this realm.
He seems to look at both of you, then look at Ares, then look at Link, and then Theo, and stares at Theo for a bit too long, until all of a sudden she starts to look down a bit, her hand on her chin, and you see her eyes begin to change color into this hueish blue. Constantine and Vesta can roll me Arcana.
Question: Is she like? Sorry, you cut off just when you said the check name.
Arcana.
Question: Is she just activating True Sight?
No.
Oh, okay, no.
20. 20. Dirty 20s. Arcana is one of my worst stats.
Ooh.
Surprised. From both of your perspectives, she seems to be having some sort of communication, but nothing you ever see. It takes a good minute or so until like one random person from outside, this dwarf, just walks in and yells, "Hey, you're open!" And he immediately, his face goes neutral. And he literally, almost like possessed, walks away.
Woo!
Constantine
at that note kind of walks up and just closes the front door. Just politely, just like, just politely closes the shutters. As he's done cleaning his face. Actually, her name, one second, I need to find the name real quick again.
Anna.
It's, Anna, sorry. Well, actually, I don't see. Look, the polite thing to do is call her by her last name. Anna's impolite. You gotta know your manners. You're not on a first name basis. One second, I need to find the last name. I had it here just a second ago.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say you're passive insight. How would you know?
Oh, okay, okay. Typically, it's more polite to use someone's last name. Is this not the case for children of Mystra?
Man, can you roll me an insight check?
Sure. Perez is gonna continue to bully me.
If you're unsure, you can
Seven.
always call them mistress.
Maybe you should not. You don't know anything about her. Maybe don't try to act like you know her name is, implying that you read through her room.
Maybe okay. Proper. You know what's even more polite than a last name? A proper title. Thumbs up. So, wait. What's the proper title when referring to a child of Mystra? Do you just literally say "child of Mystra"? What's the honorary title?
Technically, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So, there's probably some more proper, like, something the mages use.
It's pretty simple. Like, for the ones of, like, Mystra's following, there's different titles you can prefer. But mainly, it's basically Children of Mystra for everyone else. But for actual Children of Mystra, it's brother or sister.
Yeah, okay, got it. So, as he kind of finishes, like, he's done coughing up blood at this point. It took him a few minutes, but it seems like it's dried up by now and it's cleaned. As no joke, that clean cut half my HP.
No!
Just squeeze. And it's all internal, baby. With that said, I don't suppose you know what the whole tree business is about? Miss Child Mystra. And he does a polite bow. Like, this slight bow.
She still isn't interrupted. Her eyes shimmer, and eventually looks at you. And then in your head you get a message. I know of you. I know of your.
Ooh, you know more than me then. I'm not really saying that, but because I don't know what happens once he reaches a tree. Technically speaking, I just know it's supposed to, like, from what I've heard, it goes up in firecrackers. I don't know the implications of it. Maybe demonic invasion, maybe not. I don't. my master isn't a demon, so who knows what he wants? So this is actually Constantine legitimately asking for selfish and genuine curiosity. What the fuck's going on?
Are you gonna just say it out loud?
No, no, there's a tone difference in his head. He responds to it in his head, saying, "What the fuck's going on?" Basically, because she's been through his head. She knows he doesn't know. She knows he's
Your
a pawn in
master
this
is a
game.
djinn, that is true, but it also is corrupted by RGD.
Oh, that's not good.
Once he has what he needs, he will dispose of you, and then will try to take reign of the world and so many other parties.
Question: is my master listening right now?
You still feel disconnected.
Perfect.
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 All looks like.
Man, I love it when people. Oh, that won't do at all. You've been through my head. You wouldn't call me a good person. But I think we both agree the mortal plane is quite a nice place. And we would like to keep it that way. And digging through my head, so fervently, it's like a little bit of pain as she's forced it. There was no subtlety about what she was doing.
Yeah.
You will see that I was not willingly contracted under his hiring, and have no particular obligations to keep it like that, besides for, the magical soul binding contract and all.
Is
Yeah, I'm
it
just
in
gonna
your,
let that
is
sit
it
for
in
a
your
second.
mind?
Yeah, it's in my mind. She's in there.
She
Like right now,
look-
just
she
just
looks
know.
at you and across her arms and says, "I am not here to stick around."
He nods in Ira. You're very relieved by that fact.
You will die. Your masters will die. All those who wishes to make the world for themselves die.
There is. Yeah, by the way, guys, like from the outside perspective, you just see a gnome and Constantine staring at each other. Constantine once in a while nodding.
She's not saying this?
Oh,
No,
she.
this is in.
In the mind of
Okay,
Constantine.
Yeah, this is in the mind. This is
Deleting
yeah,
that.
How's
Um,
deleting that? No.
And with that said, and no, that would be stupid. Sorry, I was about to say something very stupid. I was about to do something very stupid. With that said, oh well, my master's pretty confident. Are you sure? There's a squint. Because she seems confident and he seems confident, and so there's either my master doesn't know something or she doesn't know something.
They still think that this little incursion of theirs will happen out of nowhere. Will beset like a plague. But the bottom seas haven't known of this incursion for at least. We have been preparing for this, for that is our primary goal. Back from the world. From the world threats of other planes. Albeit 2 years ago we weren't as lucky as that came out of nowhere. But that is not of demonic matter. Nothing can work. Now,
Give my curiosity, but it's not every day I get the privilege to talk to a child of Mystra.
It's my dog's like.
Yeah, yeah, they're
What's going on?
just looking at each other.
Yeah, I know. Fucking Messi just staring at the fucking goblin is like,
Yeah, just
can
giving
I
us the
kick it?
weirdest stare.
And just,
Can I? Oh no.
can I crush?
With that. Yeah. Hmm. How does a gene fall to an archdevil? Usually genes are a bit more clever than that.
Simple question, simple answer. Pride.
Oh,
If you perceive the gen's intention, you can deceive yourself, dim with it, while your victim is all with it, until you eventually lure it into a trap.
and I'm guessing there's no easy way to undo this.
It is more demon than air element. But Havel has already foresaw its demise.
I'm Havel. There is a moment. As question, does Constantine know Havel? Havel's
Yes,
like,
yes.
yeah, I was about to.
You
Like-
do know of Havel.
There is a moment of pause as the real person of concern. The children of Mystra are scary, right?
Yeah.
They are powerful creatures, but they are still people tied to this plane of existence. Still just big players
Yeah.
in a small pond. Havel is not that.
Yeah,
Havel is very much not a big fish in a small pond. He is a shark that just happens to be dipping by once in a while here. So there's a moment of pause. And so the situation really is going to be handled then.
It is, albeit it's gonna be fiery. People will die, but with every conflict, that is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so is life. I'm sorry. And he kind of thinks for a moment. I suppose that means you won't need any of my assistance. Inside jobs aren't important if you got it all handled.
I could
Kind
save
of
myself
strokes
the
his chin.
could save myself the effort and just kill you.
You could. But you didn't.
Still use.
Go on. And there's a bit of an unnerving smile for you guys' perception. I mean, I don't know if he sees it, but he smiles. Go on.
You are but a tool that will eventually bend, crumble. Once it's
Now my question is, do you want me to be your tool or his tool?
it for the first time it gives the
Can I roll a
widest
persuasion check?
smile. No.
Oh, come on, man. That's a persuasion check if I've
You
ever
can
seen
roll me, but she has very good insight.
Oh, yeah, no, he legitimately means it, by the way. I like to
Sure.
be...
Smiley face, I really mean it.
Here, look, he knows a sinking ship when he sees one.
Italy moment.
Literally, it's like like when the Russians were fighting with the Nazis, and then I realized the Nazis were kind of shit. There is a moment with the 23.
She gives the widest smile and just a smile. And she this time says it loudly. Do you really assume yourself capable to be a tool for me? For Havel? No, you're just a tool for fate. Just because you acted on borrowed power does not make you.
Oh, such a frightful way to refer to your elders. But regardless, you've been more than polite. Why?
She looks at this.
Goes back.
An ancient fae possessed, or vice versa. Those are folk in the capable hands of. It's not often that I come to see this interesting amalgamation of divinity. My first assumption was that
Get cut off.
Yeah. Your executing cut off there.
Maybe Microsoft sensitivity too high.
God, what did I miss?
I got like 5 words out of that.
Yep.
What was that thing you heard?
You're gonna have to restart that, man.
Jesus.
She's not talking about it's not every day something.
Oh, it's not every day that the primal fae is a vessel.
Oh, I know. Sorry.
Or a lizard folk in possession of one.
It's quite fascinating. Oh, and did you notice? And he nods his head. He kind of does like the slightest head nod tilt over to the dragon.
To the dragon? Oh.
Does she have active true sight on? That's the question.
Oh yeah. She nods. I have.
I had nothing to do with that too. Peculiar thing.
Give me a second. I'll be right back. Give me an insight check, all of you.
Insight check. All right.
Both of us, or just you, me?
He's gone, mate.
I'll just roll as well. Might as well. 15.
Thank you for taking the 6.
No, taking the 9.
Oh, 9. Sorry. Can I have
taking the
can I have that 9 by? Can I have that 9? I'll take the 9. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the 9. Thanks the 1. Thank you for taking the 1. By the way, it's funny because this is a passive perception of 26.
Very nice.
Yeah, kind of crazy. I think Vesta probably gonna need to inform Ares some things later. It's funny because what we can discern mostly it's just a tool right now that probably makes it feel bad. But then there's Vess. And Vess is like they're an unknown factor.
See, you see, things are always more complicated than it. Unfortunately, Christ. See, I'm not the bad guy here, guys.
No, you are a bad guy. You're just not the bad guy.
Bro, I'm like the nicest guy ever.
You're probably the nicest bad guy that is around right now.
In a room full of good guys.
Mini boss POV.
Mini boss POV.
No, more like a mid boss.
What fun though.
I almost said lackey, but Constantine is not really lackey. It's a bit above that.
And when I
don't
say
know
mid
what's-
boss, I refer to this guy.
Oh no.
You know that guy. If you know, you know.
What? By the way, I would just like to say we've spent like 2-3 sessions in this tavern. This is one. This is a moment we're having over here.
Well, a lot of things were happening in this tavern, apparently.
This
This
poor
is the Tavern
keep.
of Destiny.
Tavern of Destiny. What's the actual tavern mean? That's a good question.
Yeah, fact is we don't know the tavern names or even the tavern owner's name. Well, I guess we might know his last name though. Maybe.
I wonder what Araxis is up to.
Sounds like he's in the back somewhere. Probably someone called him over for something real quick, and he's taking a moment because it's fucking hot.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I hear
You-
Europe's getting a heat wave.
What
More
did I
heat.
miss?
Nothing. We're kind of just like remarking on how this tavern's ending up. You know, Araxis. You know that tavern that like Terry and the archipelago, not archipelago, prisoners.
Yeah.
You know, they took. This
Oh,
tavern's getting closer
the
and
marble
closer to that
pike?
state. Yeah, this tavern's getting slowly
Oh no,
closer
no,
to that point.
that's a list you got basically. Anyway. Oh, you're all poorly in insight, so nothing really happens.
Yep. So, with that note, though, right? I'm curious, right? This is a question about my. Actually, I'll ask this off stream. But with that said, how irritated does she look right now? Does she just kind of look?
I have no clue.
All right,
You
all right.
roll
We'll
a
throw a
one,
dart in the
dude.
corner. Well, I'm sorry. This was a different. That was he asked for that check. This was something I was asking for. But with that said, uh, trying to think, going off my list in my head. Is she just sticking around right now?
Oh no, she's very much.
She's like getting ready to. All right, all right, all right. So then, with that said, oh wait, I have one question then. Oh, and how long does this last? And he kind of like motions to the air, kind of motioning to the magical tether that's typically attached to him.
That all of a sudden just.
He puts up his hands. He puts his hands up to stop her from disconnecting it.
Oh no,
Could you just leave that up for a few hours?
no.
He looks disappointed. And wait, and did she put it back yet? Please tell me. I have like a few seconds here.
Oh no, she's set her up.
Wait, am I untethered or tethered back up?
You were never untethered.
I don't know. Like my connection's weakened right now. He's not.
You do not your boss still
Yeah, my boss.
is still not visible.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Is she the one doing that, or is he just the vibe checked out right now?
You assume that's what she's doing. It.
Assume
Just
that's what she's doing.
hold on to that for a second. He pulls out a note. He writes something down in it. A large pulls out a bag and then poofs out of his hand. There we go. And I'd recommend cleaning up my memories a bit. He has a tendency to go fishing around in there.
Oh my god.
I'm not comfortable with it, but let's be honest here. A whole hellscape landscape, not good for anyone. No good business there. Best to keep your information close to the chest, yes?
You can see Vez is even more confused with what's going on. Despite her-
She gives you a devilish grin as she says, "That is incredibly brilliant."
There is a a moment of hesitation.
She extends her hand and you
Don't particularly trust you, but I have a feeling my boss would be very upset with me if I talked about open treason. About 5 seconds after he looked away. I can clean them up myself, but I don't want you thinking I know anything either.
wisdom saving from. Are you gonna resist?
No, I auto fail. No resist. I just got poster.
Oh,
Delete this one. This one
no.
goes. This one gone. Please.
Oh
Just once.
no.
I will resist if she tries to pull off memories outside of like the obvious. Hey,
Yes.
don't delete.
Yes, that's what I say.
Delete. Yeah. All right. We'll try to keep her in the guide posted area real quick. I doubt I'll be able to. Is this? Let's see. This is modify. No.
Oh no.
Constantine, buddy.
Second, I need to
You're
check
playing.
something.
You're not playing with normal fire anymore. You're playing.
No,
with nuclear
this character
fission.
stopped playing with normal fire hundreds of years ago. Let's see. Yeah, okay, anyways. Sorry, I need to check something. I'm good. I don't think this will do much. I just hope this will keep her, in the general area. It doesn't get a little too zealous and
Oh
just
no.
going Control Alt Delete. Because I know I can't pass or save. I'm just trying to keep her guide posted into the memories that I know that need to go.
Oh boy.
And I'll explain what that letter and package was later.
Your mind feels fresh.
Under pressure.
Yeah, you feel pressure under your skin in your head going ever. And of course, all of a sudden you can't remember what transpired a few seconds ago. And then all of a sudden you remember a lot. You remember things that didn't happen. Or did they? You remember meeting the gnome before. You remember offering the deal for. You remember meeting it for the first time, trying to deceive her, and then she made her plaything, and now she reminded you just now. About 3 years ago, you had the same idea somewhere a bit north, as you thought she was just a simple vagabond sorceress, and you offered power.
And I almost did it again. I almost sent this spam email. Oh, it's great. Oh, this is hilariously embarrassing.
But also, you remember that you essentially were her thrall for about several.
Yes.
You remember essentially severing all the contracts with any powerful entity.
Interesting.
You remember how you had an alibi that was bestowed in your head. You don't remember the conversation that you now you do with your boss.
So you're cutting in and out again.
Oh,
I'm trying to
God.
piece it together.
God.
What's your like? Sorry, what's your voice sensitivity at? I
It
feel
should
like
be as always. I don't know, dude.
it is
And-
getting zealous with you, man.
Yeah,
You might want to switch it to standard.
No, standard will. Sure. Yeah, basically, you remember 3 years ago you were her thrall, and she essentially gotten rid of about 70 contracts under her name to a lot of people. She.
Oh, she did some Platinum Seas cleanup.
Yes,
That is
Yes.
great.
yes, and oh god, it is on standard. Anyway,
You're coming
And
in
then-
right now, so cross your fingers.
and what else you remember
Mm.
is memories that actually were taken. You remember there was another thing that you very much loved. You remember almost a millennia ago, you had a family. A family that you essentially forgotten. But not really, as you tend to sometimes remember and seek them out, or guess what became of your family. But each time you did, as a passing note, your boss man took those memories away, getting to the wind. You know that you have about 12 living relatives from a millennia ago, once you were the father, down to great grandchildren. You don't know their names, but you know mockingly as your bossman proclaimed that you children somewhere out there in the world. And then
There
you
is a.
then you remember something else.
Oh no.
He has killed 4 of them when you showed the people. So there's 12.
Oh no, the bastard! The bastard!
And all of a sudden, you open your eyes as there's a very, very satisfying smile from her, and she says, "You're welcome."
Did she say that in my head or out loud?
No, it's loud.
And then there's a moment. And a very, very unsettling smile forms on his face. Vess, you don't need to roll an insight check. There is no warmth in the smile. It is of a cold killer. And he nods and he says, "However will I repay you?"
Somewhere around this time, the diamond cracks. The sprinkling of the dust scatters across the dead gnome, and all of a sudden you hear a as the gnome springs to life.
He has a pulse.
He has a pulse.
That's good.
Just bring the kid where you need to bring him and die.
That can be arranged. And
Did you say that?
Yeah, she said
One
it out
second.
loud.
with that said, he actually, Constantine hasn't done a remotely selfless thing in the last 300 years. But now he hates someone a lot more than the people in front of him. And he realizes something, right? That his boss is going to kill him as soon as his mission's over. He knows that. That's how things are going to end. All of his power is going to be stripped of him. This is how it ends. This is where Constantine's story is supposed to end. But now there has been someone, whether for their own entertainment or not, that's put a wrench in the plan. And so, you know, there's a very nod. Then it shall be done. He smiles, and thank you. I owe you one. And the I owe you one, to be clear, is not the difference. It's a very different thing when Constantine says it. It is not a casual saying. It's a deal. He owes a favor to this very mischievous woman now. For better or worse. And nods. Looks like your old man's up and running.
She takes a step back and looks as the gnome frantically coughing, hands up fully, grabbing his chest again, looking around. Oh, my fucking heart. What happened? He looks a bit confused, and when he looks at the kid, looks at the gnome, he all of a sudden smiles widely as he stumbles past the counter and essentially into Anna. And yeah, they hug each other. Anna just gives a warm pat on the back.
And Constantine starts walking over to Ares and Vess, and a scroll appears in his hand. Neither of you two are Arcana blessed and understand what these things say, but no doubt the child of Mystra knows what's on the scroll, even by a half glance. It's a teleportation scroll. Are things ready now? He's looking over at the gnome, not you, Ares. You can interject if you want, but it's clear this is not pointed to you.
Ares will whisper to Vess, "Who is that?"
Best we discuss this elsewhere.
Okay. Ares seems quite tired.
Okay, well, then Vess is gonna pick you up, Ares, and put you on her back.
With that, he looks over for confirmation. Araxis, he's looking over
For what?
at the child of Mystra. He's holding a teleportation scroll. She's just asked him to take them to the tree.
Oh, my
It's
finally.
very clear to the gnome what he's about to do.
She looks at the thing and gives a smile. Give us like 5 minutes.
He nods. Pack your things. He looks over. We're going to the tree in 5.
Oh boy.
And now Araxis, I would like to tell you what was in that bag. And the memories. By the way, question here, right? Did she just unlock memories or did she delete memories?
She
Please tell-
deleted. She deleted.
Good. He does not know what was in that bag. But what was in that bag was basically two things. One, a gold amount of about 500,000. And a certain skull.
Oh my! To
Oh,
her.
that's one.
The bag of holding is now in the possession of the nice bird lady, with a letter on it saying,
Oh.
"Keepsake for later, don't touch."
Oh God! Oh!
Thank this.
Oh!
And right, that's look. As the mouse man himself said, that's a surprise tool for later.
That is. Oh
And with,
God! You know what's
and with that,
what's the worst
yeah,
part?
what's up?
Next thing is gonna be, the tree, and then after it, Theo's gonna return, and she's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" I go.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry, Theo. If you were listening to this, I'm sorry. This is gonna get really screwy. I wish you the best. With that
Bye-bye.
said, Constantine has no idea. Constantine's memory's been cleared. This is just the mission. He's returning a favor, but little does he know, past Constantine had a plan. And for the moment, he's blind to that. He's just gonna pack himself stuff up. Just packing stuff up.
Yeah.
So,
So I think we are gonna call it.
You want to end it early?
Yeah, because of either way.
You're
Yeah.
gonna transport us to a tree. You're not gonna give us
Yeah.
any equipment. You're not gonna do.
No,
what,
I'm not gonna give you a chance here. Sorry, bros.
Eric's last words are, so fire temple?
Fire jump.
You just hear it. Nope.
Oh my God! And he just essentially.
Oh. Ah.
Okay. Oh God. So yeah, It's been 5 sessions in the course of 4 hours.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, Rexus.
yes.
Oh, goodness, you bastard. I have descendants. My boy's been messing with me. Boss man is not a good guy. Who could have saw that coming?
Who could have saw? Also, I like the fact that you don't. You must have realized how she smiled when you're like, I can be a useful tool to you. I'm like, hey. She's like, of course.
Round 2?
No, I am. So, I think with that I'm gonna call it. So I'm gonna rate. Anything you wish to say before I'm shutting the stream down with no survivors? Cause oh
I guess
boy.
we're burning down a tree for the next session instead
I
of.
wanted to learn
Fire
fire
temple.
powers.
I'm
Oh.
sure the tree will be fabulous as it burns up into the sky.
Ah.
Fabulous firepower. Let's go.
You know, Ares, at least you get to live through this encounter.